Today's Forex focus dives into gold, GBPUSD, GBPJPY, and USDJPY. I'll reveal the key levels, price action setups, and high probability trading opportunities you can't afford to miss this week. So real quick, let's just get started with gold trade. And yes guys, if you did watch my previous video, I bet you saw what we were anticipating. And yes, I saw gold kind of gave us a good push with the Fed's news coming in last week, right? So let's just start and explain what I see on gold. Right over here, yes, I say that this was the highest high, and we had this level as our previous low, right? And of course, the key level that I was watching out for was this zone right there. And now, if you watch my videos, I say understand how price is approaching your key level, support or resistance, right? This approach right here caught my attention, and I was like, yo, that might be a good continuation. Let's just bring in this right there, something like this, and yes, we had that. And of course, gold did give us an impulse phase right there and a continuation, that is a correction, and yeah, news gave us that push, right? And now what I realized basically is news will try to go to the market direction. If your analysis say that the market was moving up, then once news drops, that will just create more volatility to push that market all the way up, and that is what we see gold did. Now we had a good impulse phase right there, and our continuation correction and our impulse. So right now gold has that possibility of continuing to go all the way up to retest this level right there, correct? Now all we need to do is understand now what gold is doing basically, right? We need to understand what pattern gold is printing. So I'll just hit the 15-minute time frame and see what price is all about. Right now over here I can see we also have something like another continuation right there. And yes, maybe let me try to clone this. Probably I have it right there. Maybe I try to adjust probably right there, and maybe right there. Good. Now the market just keep repeating itself. All I can see right now is just an impulse phase correction. Now probably gold wants to give us another impulse push, right? So for me, there are certain things that I'm going to consider before looking for my entry position, right? I need to look for maybe a confirmation, right? I need to make sure that this pullback, this impulse and that pullback, probably something like 50%. And let me just see H1 and understand what gold is all about. So that is what I see on gold. And probably I don't know if this is going to make sense. Anything goes. Let's just see. Probably if we have something like this, because that is like a new trend, right? So sometimes the market might just maybe come back before going up, or the market might not do that. It might just come back and retest this break of structure, turn to a support. In essence, impulse correction, retest, then that's what that's when you might see gold touching the sky. So that is what I see on gold basically. So real quick, let's just go and analyze maybe GBPUSD, right? Real quick, GBPUSD, I think we might just have the same thing right here. GBPUSD real quick, right? So you see, it kind of makes sense. If I go to maybe H4 right there, right? So let me just remove this one. Now I also talked about GBPUSD on that previous analysis, that this was a possible inverse head and shoulder right there, and I was anticipating the market to continue pushing all the way up, right? But now we had this another continuation right there. Let's just bring in this right here. I'll try to cater for that level right there, and adjust everything, because right now we're basically cruising at a very crucial level right there. So we need to be keen when having our drawings. Let's just bring in right there. Now if you watch my videos talking about how to draw trend lines, guys, I said I never miss or I never ignore wicks, right? So that's why you see my trend lines are not just like this. I'm not passing through the body, right? My trend line won't just do this. I'm not forcing my trends. I need to make sure that I cater for everything. Now these wicks right there, when you go to lower time frame, they're just full body candles, right? Now what happened on Friday? Based on that news, we had an impulse phase right there. Now the market just correcting itself, then that's when probably I'll be looking for my buy-in position. So let's just go to the H1 and understand what price is doing right now. This is what market is doing right now. For a valid bullish flag, probably I need to see maybe GBP USD breaking out of this, something like this. That is my anticipation, and I will really love it to break that low so that I can have my trend once again, something like this, and I maybe clone it, some like this, right? That is my wish and my anticipation, right? GBP USD breaks out of this low so that we can have a good continuation or a good pullback before looking for our buy anticipation. But for now, I'm not going in for any buy opportunity until price does that. Now we need to look for certain key levels. We have this level right there. At the same time, we might cater for this level right there, something like this, right? So those are the zones that I'm watching out, and once I see GBP USD giving me my anticipation, that's when I'm going to look for buy. So the next one I should look out for should be GBPJPY. So probably that might be the opposite, right? So let me just remove this. I think I should remove this. This one's not until, like I say, it's trend is not valid until GU breaks out of this trend right there. I mean that support. So I need that break before we see, what she's made, right? So I really need that. So GBPJPY, let's see GBPY come to Papi. If you get what I'm saying, or if you like or if you enjoy this analysis, give this video, right? And if you've not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, guys. I think I should just start from the H4, right? Right, so GBPJPY, she's not looking that amazing basically, and I think we should have this as our resistance. I think we also have this as a sensitive zone right there, and right there. So this is not based on trend, this is based on demand, supply, blah blah blah. So yeah, all we need to do is understand price reaction around this level right there, and once we get our anticipated pattern, or once we crack the code, then we should be able to know what price is all about. Right now this is an impulse. Actually, this is just, let me just flip my screen. It's just the same thing, right? Just the same thing, but then the opposite. If we bring in this as a continuation, because why, we understand how price was reacting around this level. We had an impulse correction, then it broke, correction, so boom, correct. Remember, my screen is flipped, and I should be looking for that kind of sales, right? So I think we should try to understand this price movement right there by going to the 15 minutes. Remember guys, that these are just my anticipation, and if I don't see my entry edge, if I don't see my entry property, guys, I won't take this trade, right? So yeah, if you're watching this video, so if you're watching this analysis, make sure that you incorporate your own trading system, and once they make sense, and once you get your anticipated, not based on my analysis, once you get your anticipated edge, then that's when you react, right? So that is what I see on GBPJPY. So the next one I think should be USDJPY, and I think they're just the same. USDJPY, where are you? Right there. And I'll hit the 4 hour real quick. Good. Now USDJPY, remember our previous analysis, we also said that we should understand our price reacting around that level, correct? And there was a possible head and shoulder right there, left shoulder head, and all these blah blah blah, maybe to complete a right shoulder before maybe seeing USDJPY maybe going back to retest this level, right? So with that in mind, yeah, let's just cater for this. We had this right there, and we also have this right there. Sweet, right? So basically just the same thing, yeah. We had an impulse phase, so we need a correction, then look for entry. And all in all, guys, if you see, we have this level right there. I think this one is looking more clean compared to GBPJPY. So I'll hit the H1 and try to adjust my drawings, flip my screen. You understand? So I'll adjust this, have it right there, cater for that level, adjust this too. Right now we are very crucial, cruising at a very crucial zone, right? So all I need, okay, let's just adjust this basically too, and maybe have this too right there. Right, like I said before, this is just another impulse phase. Once we had that news impulse phase, now this might be a good continuation. Now if you look at this reaction right there, there's that anticipation or possibility that she is going to break out of this level right there. Remember, it is a resistance because I flipped my screen right there. So the moment it breaks out of this will be a very good thing, just like we anticipate on a GBPUSD, right? So if she breaks, then that is when our pattern will be complete. We might have it right there, something like this, then have it right there. Right now, the moment I have this right there, then it's going to be amazing, because why? I will be monitoring what price will be doing inside this pattern, right? And then that is when I should be looking for my sell position only after price gives me my anticipated confirmation, right? I need to see my edge before going in, right? So on this I think this one's looking clean compared to GBPJPY, right? So those are the things that I'm looking out for, this week, right? So guys, you might check on my Telegram channel link. I will be sending this analysis for you guys, right? Telegram link in the description box below. And if you're interested in this sort of content, guys, hit that subscribe button, and adios mi amigos, peace.